everyone, for all your support with the poetry read that we did here a couple weeks ago. The poetry workshop. There was a lot of reading that was going on and writing, and everyone that attended and everyone that helped out with that, I really appreciate. So, this poem I'm going to read is not my poem. It's by a poet named Tanya Davis. And it's been circulating on social media and on YouTube and Facebook. But there's a YouTube video of her reading this poem, and it's done by a videographer. So I don't ever hardly read other people's poems, but I've been examining poems before and after the workshop and lately, and this one, the more I heard it, the more it stood out to me, and I think it's a very special piece, and not only for its poetry, but just for what it's saying. And it's called How to Be Alone. If you are at first lonely, be patient. If you've not been alone much, or if when you weren't okay with it, then just wait. You'll find it's fine to be alone once you're embracing it. We can start with the acceptable places, the bathroom, the coffee shop, the library, where you can stall and read the paper, where you can get your caffeine fix and sit and stay there, where you can browse the stacks and smell the books. You're not supposed to talk much anyway, so it's safe there. There's also the gym. If you're shy, you can hang out with yourself in mirrors. You could put headphones in, guitar stroke. And then there's public transportation, because we all gotta go places. And there's prayer and meditation. No one will think less if you're hanging with your breath, seeking peace and salvation. Start simple. Things you may have previously electric guitar plucking, based on your avoid being alone principles. The lunch counter, where you will be surrounded by chow downers, employees who only have an hour and their spouses work across the town, and so they, like you, will be alone. Resist the urge to hang out with your cell phone. When you are comfortable with eat lunch and run, take yourself out for dinner, a restaurant with linen and silverware. You're no less intriguing a person when you're eating solo dessert and cleaning the whipped cream from the dish with your finger. In fact, some people at full tables will wish they were where you are. Go to the movies where it's dark and soothing, alone in your seat amidst a fleeting community. And then take yourself out dancing to a club where no one knows you. Stand on the outside of the floor till the lights convince you more and more, and the music shows you. Dance like there's no one watching, because they're probably not. And if they are, assume it is with the best of human intentions. The way bodies move genuinely to beats is, after all, gorgeous and affecting. Dance until you're sweating and beads of perspiration remind you of all life's best things. Down your back, like a brook full of blessings. Go to the woods alone, and the trees and squirrels will watch for you. Go to an unfamiliar city. Roam the streets. There's always statues to talk to and benches made for sitting. Give strangers a shared experience, if only for a minute. And these moments can be so uplifting, and the conversations you get in by sitting alone on benches might have never happened had you not been there by yourself. Society is afraid of alonedom. Like lonely hearts are wasting away in basements, like people must have problems if, after a while, nobody is dating them. But lonely is a freedom that breathes easy and weightless, and lonely is healing if you make it. You could stand, swathed by groups and mobs, or hold hands with your partner. Look both further and farther for the endless quest for company. But no one's in your head, and by the time you translate your thoughts, some essence of them may be lost, or perhaps it is just kept. Perhaps in the interests of loving oneself, perhaps all those sappy slogans from preschool over to high school's groaning were tokens for holding the lonely at bay. Because if you're happy in your head, then solitude is blessed and alone is okay. It's okay if no one believes like you. All experience is unique. No one has the same synapses, can't think like you. For this, be relieved. Keeps things interesting, life's magic things in reach. And it doesn't mean you're not connected, the community's not present. Just take the perspective you get from being one person in one head and feel the effects of it. Take silence and respect it. If you have an art that needs a practice, stop neglecting it. If your family doesn't get you or religious sect is not meant for you, don't obsess about it. You could be, in an instant, surrounded if you needed it. If your heart is bleeding, make the best of it. There is heat in freezing. Be a testament. So that's Tanya Davis. It's a beautiful poem, and definitely check it out on YouTube. Just type in Tanya Davis, How to Be Alone, and she has a website, which is amazing.